Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is the third class on the complex numbers. Today we shall be solving the examples on complex numbers. Before working on these example, I would suggest to go through the last two classes on complex number. पिछली क्लासेस में हमने कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स की डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स देखी थी. हमने उनको पोलर फॉर्म में लिखना सीखा था, उसके अलावा रेक्टेंगुलर कंपोनेंट्स और रेक्टेंगुलर फॉर्म में लिखना सीखा था और उन दोनों की म्यूचुअल कन्वर्जन के बारे में भी देखा था. लास्ट क्लास में हमने ये भी देखा था कि हम किसी कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर को जब ग्राफ करेंगे या किसी कॉम्प्लेक्स प्लेन के ऊपर उसको हम ड्रॉ करेंगे तो उसके ऊपर एडिशन या सब्ट्रैक्शन ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करना ऐसा ही है जैसे हम दो वेक्टर्स को आपस में ऐड या सब्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं. फिर हमने ये देखा कि अगर हम किसी कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर का कॉन्जुगेट लेंगे तो उसके ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन पे क्या इफ़ेक्ट होगा. तो आज हम कुछ एग्जांपल सॉल्व करते हैं जिनके अंदर कुछ कंसेप्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग हैं जो हमें एक इंसाइट देंगी कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर से रिलेटेड. तो एग्जांपल नंबर 1 है जिसमें हम डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स को आपस में ट्रांसफॉर्म करेंगे. Given is a complex number 5 plus 3i. इसे हमें पोलर फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करना है और पोलर फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए हमें एक उसका मैग्नीट्यूड रिक्वायर होगा जिसको हम a से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. a कैन बी डिटरमिन्ड एज 5 square plus 3 square whole under root, and this gives us 34 under root. This value should roughly be around 5.8 approximately. I think because 36 under root is equal to 6, so this value should be around about 5.8. And now we determine the argument theta, that is tan inverse of imaginary part over real part, and this gives us negative 30.96 degrees. We can convert these degrees into the radians as well. So this is the straightforward and simple way we learned in the last class how to convert a rectangular or Cartesian rectangular form of a complex number into its polar form. We have determined the value of a using the Pythagorean theorem, which is actually the Pythagorean theorem, and then the trigonometric identity of tan theta that gives us this value. Now move to another example. Given is the complex number 5i, we can represent this number as 0 plus 5i. So the magnitude of this complex number is 0 square plus 5 square under root, that is equal to 5. So we can straightforward deduce from this example that if a complex number is consisting only on the imaginary part, then we are already given its magnitude, that is the numerical value of its imaginary part. Now from the same equation or from the same example, we can also deduce that if a complex number is consisting only on the real part and imaginary part is 0, then again its magnitude will be the numerical value of this real part. Again this magnitude, this complex number can be negative 5 iota, even its magnitude will be positive 5, because once you square the negative 5 and take under root, this will give you the positive 5. And the argument theta will be 5 divided by 0. Now there is an interesting point. This gives us tan inverse of positive infinity, and we know that the angle that gives us the tan the angle whose tan gives us infinity is 90 degrees or pi by 2 radians. So if we are encountering say a negative over here which results in the negative infinity, then that angle would be 270 degrees, because there are two angles which gives us infinity, either tan of pi by 2 radians, this gives us the positive infinity, and tan of negative pi by 2, or tan of 270 degrees, this gives us negative infinity. So these are the two relationships we should be keeping in mind when we are working with the complex numbers, and how to deal with the sign in the argument of tan inverse. So the angle theta will be pi by 2 or 90 degrees in this case. Now we move to the example number 3. As we discussed in the last class that the both real and imaginary part of the real numbers and can take any value. Suppose we are given this complex number and its magnitude will be pi and its argument will be tan inverse negative pi over 0, which gives us tan inverse of minus infinity, and this gives us the angle equal 270 degrees. So once we are aware with the magnitude and theta, we can write this complex number into its polar form, that will be pi e raised to power I 270 degrees, though it is preferable to write this angle in radians, but we are writing in degrees for the sake of safety of time. Otherwise it is preferable to write this angle in radians. So this is the polar form of this number. Another representation of the polar form is magnitude and angle. So this is rather a confusing representation, because one can understand it is either as a Cartesian coordinate system, this is the x part and this is the y part, if this angle is represented in radians, because once we are representing the angle in radians, then of course there will be no degree sign over here and both numbers can be mistakenly understood as Cartesian coordinate system. So there is another notation that is used to represent the polar form of the complex number, that is magnitude with angle sign followed by argument. So if we use this notation to represent the polar form of this complex number, then we will be writing it as negative pi iota can be written as pi angle 270 degrees. We can again represent radians over here. So this is another notation to represent the polar form of the complex number, that is again used in engineering texts. So this is the example number 4 and the given number is 7. So again its magnitude will be 7, that can be straightforwardly deduced, and its angle will be tan inverse 0 divided by 7, and this gives us 0 degrees of theta, or theta is equal to 0. So we can represent this as 0 like this. सो अभी जो हमने एक पहले एग्जांपल सॉल्व किया और इस एग्जांपल को अगर हम सामने रखें तो हम दो चीज़ें स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं कि इफ़ a complex number is consisting only on the real part, then we can straightforward determine its angle is 0 or its argument is 0. And if a complex number is consisting only on the imaginary part, then its angle or argument will either be 90 degrees or 270 degrees. If imaginary part is positive, then angle will be or argument will be 90 degrees, and if the imaginary part is negative number, then the argument will be 270 degrees. Regardless the positivity or negativity of the real part, angle will be 0. Why so? Because this number will be plotted along the y-axis, x-axis in that case, either on the positive side or the negative side. In either case, if we draw any number on this horizontal line of this complex plane, then of course it would not be making any angle with the horizontal line, and argument will be 0 in this case. But similarly, if a number is consisting only on the imaginary part, if the imaginary part is a positive number, then of course the angle made by any of the point drawn on this line along the in comparison to the horizontal, that will be 90 degrees, and if any point that is marked on this vertical axis, or I mean the negative portion of the imaginary section, then this angle will be 90 plus 90 plus 90, 270 degrees. Even we can say that this angle will be minus 90 degrees if we measure this angle in clockwise direction, because angles measured in clockwise direction are taken as negative angles. So 270 degrees is equal to minus 90 degrees in this case. Now we solve some example relevant to the transformation of a rectangular polar coordinates into the rectangular system. Given is 5 e raised to power minus pi divided by 4 iota. Because there is no sign of degrees with this number, and we know that this number is the argument of this complex number, so of course this number is given in radians. So once we translate this into the rectangular form, then its real part will be cosine of, it should 5 cosine of negative pi by 4 radians. This will give us the value of 3.535, and its imaginary part will be 5 sine of negative pi by 4, and this gives us the value minus 3.535. So which means that this number can be represented in rectangular form as 3.535 plus minus 3.535 iota. So one thing can be straightforwardly deduced over here, and it is obvious because this angle is representing 45 degrees, and we know that the cosine and sine for the 45 degrees are having same values. That's why the real and imaginary parts both are same. But this angle is actually not 45 positive, but this angle is actually negative 45, means this point is lying at this section where x is positive, y is negative. So this point will be having a vector somewhere like this, that this angle will be the negative 45 degrees. So here will be this point, and length of this line will be the magnitude of this complex number. So from this representation we can straightforwardly deduce that if the real and imaginary part of the complex number, they are numerically same regardless of their signs, then they are making the angles of 45 degrees or 135 degrees or 135 plus 45, 180 degrees like this, and then 45 degrees on this side. So in this case the vector will either be on this side or on this side or on this side or like this side. So this is a straightforward conclusion we can determine from the numerical value of the complex number, that if real and imaginary parts are equal, then angles will either be 45 or plus 90 135 or plus 90 to, I mean 135 plus 90, this will give us 225, or further right, for this will give us 270. So these are the possible angles. Well, another example. Given is this number minus 4 e raised to power 15.3 iota. So there are two ways to solve this problem. Either we can write this number as this thing, as this form, and solve this portion as we did previously, or we can write this number as this thing and solve it as the way we did in the previous example, and then multiply the result with negative 4. So we move on, and this will give us and the final result will be 0.918 minus 0.396 iota. So this is the rectangular representation of this complex number. Now we move to the addition. Given is minus 5 e raised to power 2.7 iota plus 7 e raised to power minus 3.5 iota. Now this is a tedious job to add these two numbers in this notation or in this form. So preferably we convert these numbers into the rectangular form and then we add. If we convert this number into the rectangular form, this gives us 4.5 minus 2.137 iota, and this number gives us minus 6.56 plus 2.45 iota, which gives us negative 2.06, positive 0.313, minus 2.06 plus 0.313 I. और इसको अगर आप वापस इसकी पोलर फॉर्म में लिखेंगे तो दिस कैन बी रिटन एज 2.08 विद एंगल negative 0.15 radians. So move to the other example. Negative 3 plus 4.5 I minus 3.5 e raised to power 1.7 I. So now these two complex numbers are in two different notations. First we have to convert them into the same notation, and preferably to convert this number exponential form into the rectangular coordinates or rectangular form. This gives us the result is we can convert this number into the polar form as well, or exponential form. Now we move to the multiplication. Given is minus 5 plus 7.5 iota, that is to be multiplied by this. So there are two ways to solve this problem. Either we can perform the formal algebraic multiplication, that the real into this, then real into imaginary, and so on, or another way is to convert this number or this complex number into the exponential form, then this number into the exponential form, or we can convert it to the polar form, and then we proceed. The preferable way is to convert this number into the polar form. This gives us 9.014 with angle minus 0.983 radians, multiplied with 9.63 with angle 0.263 radians. So if we solve them, then we have to multiply the magnitude of this complex number with this one. This gives us the value of 86.80, and both the angles are to be added. This gives us minus 0.72 radians. So this is the result of this multiplication. So this is an easy way to do this if we are familiar or we are convenient to solve or converting a rectangular form into the polar form, then it would be easy for us to solve multiplication related problems. Now there is another interesting problem we have to solve. Takes another example. Given is a complex number and we have to multiply it with iota. So this is a complex number with real part equal to 0 and imaginary part equal to 1. So when we have to multiply this number, then this will give us 4 iota minus 5. In other words, minus 5 plus 4 iota. So if we can observe the multiplication in this way, that what's happening, if both the real and imaginary parts are having positive sign with them and iota is also positive, then the product of these numbers will be such that the real will take the position of imaginary and imaginary will take the position of real with sign inverted. So we can compare the original number and the product and observe that how we can quickly solve the multiplication of these numbers. Now let's change this number from the same example. What would happen if we multiply this number with negative iota? Then this will give us minus 4 iota plus 5. So what's happening over here? That this will be the final number. What's happening? If both real and imaginary are positive values and iota is a negative value, then again there will be a shifting of real to the imaginary. Real will become imaginary, imaginary will become real, but the sign of imaginary part will be retained and the sign of the real part will be inverted in this case. So there is a shorthand method or a shortcut way to directly multiply these two, because multiplying with iota or the negative iota, these multiplication are occasionally encountered when we are solving engineering and science related problems involving complex numbers. So there is a shortcut way to directly conclude the result. Now we move to the division. Given is 2.7 e raised to power 2.14 I divided by minus 3.5 e raised to power minus 3.14 I. So again this operation is straightforward. Then magnitudes will be divided by as the normal division is performed, and arguments will be subtracted. This will give us this thing, and this whole will give us the result of minus 0.771 e raised to power 5.28 I. So I hope so, after solving these examples thoroughly and understanding the intuition of the complex numbers that we discussed in the previous two classes, there should not be any problem to solve the problems relevant to the complex numbers, to solve the examples involving addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, drawing the complex numbers and representing a complex number on complex plane using graphical method, addition and subtraction on complex number using graphical method. The purpose of all these three classes was to give you a detailed overview of the complex numbers that are necessary at the fundamental level of engineering and sciences courses. If there would be any question, you can contact on the email. Goodbye.